but I'm doing a revisit of the West Sacramento Police Department to file a complaint on the supervisor and an officer for failing to ID, violating my First Amendment, violation of the Bain Act, yeah, and that's why they're waiting for backup. Oh, yeah. Hello. Yeah, I did.
Hi, I'm Sergeant King. I'm supervising the street patrol for the day.
Alright, and then, who's this one right here?
It's Officer Marquette.
Oh, okay, because I did request the chief of police or the deputy chief.
Yes.
So that's who I did request.
Okay, they're not available right now, but I'd be happy to help you with whatever I can help you with.
Alright, so I'm going to wait for him to get over here so you can hear both sides. So we have both. So I'm basically coming here today to file, I want to try to file some charges, maybe definitely a complaint,
okay, for
threatening a citizen, failing to ID, violation of the Bain Act, violation of my First Amendment, and yeah, I think threatening a citizen also follows in my last one.
Okay.
For an incident that required up to last Saturday at a car meet that was at the Target parking lot. Did you guys hear about that?
I don't think I did. Was it during daytime, nighttime?
Nighttime.
Remember? Okay.
And I was on scene of a bike officer. He did. I was on scene on a public sidewalk, minding my own business, filming as I can. And he said, in his words, after I said I'm not going to move, he threatened me with arrest by saying, if you don't back up, I will arrest you for impeding in my traffic stop and hindering my traffic stop and impeding.
Okay.
To me, that's a threat of my life, a violation of my First Amendment, and there was another officer there, which was not West Sac PD. It was Woodland PD.
Okay. Do you know the officer's names by chance?
Failing to ID is for the officer.
Which officer?
He didn't give me no ID, and this is the supervisor that was on duty.
Okay.
He didn't want to give me the officer's name. He said, come down to the station on Monday, and just took off in his car.
Okay. Do you have your ID?
Unfortunately, no, I do not.
Okay, what's your name, sir?
Do you guys know me?
No, I've never met you, sir.
Okay, that's shocking. I'm gonna go by, can I go by good citizen for now? For this? I just prefer not to give up my name for the...
Okay. So the way it works, if you're filing a formal complaint, there's two options. Either we have a written form that you can complete and then turn in, or I fill out the form electronically and then just put the information that you gave me. But in order for us to give you the disposition of what happens, we would need your information.
Alright folks, at this point in the video, I am giving up some basic information for the report only. My first and last name, date of birth, and my email address.
Okay, did you want to hold on to this, or do you want me to
yeah, I'll actually like to hold on to this.
And then you said this supervisor, and then another motorcycle officer.
It was a motorcycle officer for West Sac PD. He's the one that initiated the threat, and
so
that's
it was a West Sac motor officer.
West Sac motor officer was assisted by a Woodland PD.
Was the Woodland PD officer a motorcycle officer too?
Yeah, he was in my face.
But we don't know.
I don't know. He didn't get his name either. I'm hoping I can go down there and show him a picture. I'm hoping I can get some type of...
Okay, I was going to say for the West Sac, obviously the West Sacramento information is what we'll take, and then we'll kind of...
I'm going to go down to Woodland, of course, and I don't even know why he would have been down here like that on...
What they do, typically, based on past experiences, if it's a saturation to do with traffic, it's a multi-agency, so it could be a Yolo County event where multiple agencies are here at once. So that might be it.
Okay.
Okay, so your formal complaint is for failure to ID, and who failed to ID, you said?
The officer on the motorbike.
The West Sac officer or
yes.
the Woodland officer?
Both of them. They told me to get behind the bike line, or I'm going to be put in jail, or they'll put me in handcuffs.
And that was the threat that you said was
yep.
made?
That was if I don't back up, they're going to throw me in handcuffs for impeding.
Okay.
And in that terms, he blocked my camera. So the Bain Act is pretty much a short term for blocking a camera is covered under the Bain Act.
Okay, and then what else?
Failure to ID, my First Amendment. So the officers was telling me to back up so I couldn't record in my proper way that I wanted to from a public sidewalk. He wanted me to back up behind him, behind the other bikes and everything. Like, it was, for how far he was telling me, it was total BS. And that's why I didn't back up until this is what he said: if you don't back up, I will arrest you.
And that's a First Amendment violation you're talking about?
Yes, because that's where my free press comes in.
Okay, and then anything else?
That's pretty much it. All four.
All right, let me go ahead and make sure I have it correct. So you said failure to ID for the West Sac motor officer, and then you mentioned Woodland, but you're going to go down.
I'm going to go down there and take care of that.
And then they threatened you to back up. They did the Bain Act, which you talked about is blocking your camera, and then violated your First Amendment rights, you feel, based on telling you to back up or they would arrest you.
Yes.
Does that sound like we covered it all?
Pretty much.
Okay. I know you gave me an email, but just to confirm, do we have any other means of contacting you, any phone number, or do you just want us to try this?
Just email me first, and whatever. If I'm always on there. That's my main email for everything I do.
Okay.
So if anything, I'll contact whoever who contacts me there.
Okay.
So.
Okay. I'll go ahead and take care of the complaint. Like I said, my name's King, my last name. The way it works is we'll do a preliminary investigation, and that gets forwarded up my chain of command, and then they'll be in contact with you.
Is there any way I can get the Freedom of Information Act form for the body camera footage?
I don't have a Freedom for Information Act.
Because I know I got it here before. It's you get it from I get it from the clerk.
From records.
For records.
Okay. I could go check. Yeah, if you wouldn't mind. Thank you.
Saw a couple of people that's in nice clothing. What's going on today?
Lots of interviews. I don't know if that's why he's here, but it's an interview day.
Interview days, huh? Fridays?
No, not necessarily. They have it all the time, and some people just come in to use the phone to call dispatch or...
What's a West Sacramento starting rate? Like if you want to try to advertise West Sacramento right now?
Depends on the position.
Depends on the position?
Mm-hmm. So we're hiring... Right now I couldn't tell you exactly what's open, but there's a difference between like entry-level police officers, and then we have lateral police officers or academy graduates, and then records positions, or sometimes we hire for CSI, so our crime scene investigators. So all of them have different pay scales.
Okay.
But Government Jobs is the entity that we use in terms of accepting applications.
Yeah.
So you can go on there and even fill out an interest card.
It's hard to, the way we subject is public officials, law enforcement officers, or public servants.